What's up? I'm Troubleshoot. Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'll be showing you how to force enable full screen in Hogwarts Legacy. If you don't already know, Hogwarts Legacy doesn't have a full screen option, and usually whenever you play a game in full screen mode, you'll get a ton more FPS, and this game, in some situations, FPS is what you need. I especially notice FPS drops sometimes in Hogwarts, but mostly in Hogsmeade, it absolutely tanks. So before we even get started showing you how to force enable full screen, we'll be doing this in the config files in just a moment. If you want to skip to it, there'll be timestamps down below. We'll start by showing you what kind of FPS I'm getting beforehand. Alright, there we go. I'm on the main menu and I'm sitting at roughly 112-ish FPS, apparently average 114. If I open up the settings, you'll see over here that we're in windowed full screen and we only have windowed full screen and windowed available. We'll change this in just a moment. I'll go ahead and load game from here and we'll get a couple samples. So here I am in the courtyard, around 70-ish FPS, looking over in this direction, 58, 70. Once more, there's a small drop, but it comes back up and down. Entering Hogwarts here, in this main room, it should be a little bit busier, and I'm getting around 60-ish FPS in here. Now we'll teleport over to the Forbidden Forest. I'll go to the entrance here. I'll go to this teleport point here. Looking around, I'm getting about, once again, 50, 60 FPS, raising to the upper 60s, low 70s. Alright, now what about Hogsmeade? Well, Hogsmeade heading to the south Flue Flame here. This is usually where my FPS hits rock bottom. Okay, there we go. 55, 47. It's not at all too bad, but we're in the upper 40s, low 50s here. Okay, let's go ahead and try forcing full screen. So to do so, I'll quit the game first. And now for a bit of config file trickery. Hold start and press R to bring up the run dialog. Type percentage, LocalAppData, percentage, \Hogwarts, space legacy, and hit enter. When you do so, it'll open the Hogwarts Legacy settings file in C uses your username, app data, local, Hogwarts Legacy. Inside of saved here, then config, you'll find Windows No Editor and a bunch of files in here. We're looking for game user settings.ini. Open this with something like Notepad, and when it's open, we're looking for full screen. So I hit Control F to pull this up. Typed in full screen, we'll look at full screen mode 1, set this to 0. Last confirmed full screen mode, set this to 0 as well. Then we're looking at resolution size X and Y. Make sure these match your monitor, or at least these are the ones that you want. Somewhere in this file, we'll add a new line and we'll add preferred full screen mode equals 0 once more. Control S to save, and now we can fire up the game. So on the main menu, I'm now sitting at 113-ish FPS, and if I hit the start key, you'll see that everything goes black and comes back, meaning we're successfully in proper full screen mode now, tabbing in and out. Heading to these settings, you can see we have nothing selected here for windowed mode, which is good. We're now running proper full screen. So 110-ish FPS, 115. I don't know if there's an increase. To be honest, I don't remember the numbers previously. Let's go ahead and load up the game and see what happened here. Alright, so starting in Hogsmeade, we're getting low 50 FPSs, 54, high 40s. I don't think it's changed that much. Maybe it's gone up. Oh, there we go, 60. But I think we're just looking in a different direction. Previously, I went left here, I think. Yeah, high 40s, low 50s. It's not too different, but maybe for you it'll be drastically different, especially if you're not on Windows 11. Let's have a look at Hogwarts. So the astronomy wing and the transfiguration courtyard. Right outside here, we're getting mid 50s. There we go. High 40s, 60, 65. Yeah, there's a small increase, but really not too much. Up here, 60, but there are far fewer people for some reason. That's not really a fair comparison. Finally, we'll go to just outside the Forbidden Forest, or where we went last. That was here. There we go. Inside the Forbidden Forest here, there's really not too much else different. So ultimately, maybe 5 or 7 more FPS gained, which is a reasonably good amount, maybe 8 to 10, maybe a bit higher percent FPS gain by playing in forced full screen mode. But as I mentioned previously, you may get a huge difference on Windows 10 and almost nothing on Windows 11, as they are supposed to be full screen / windowed optimizations to make things a bit more similar on Windows 11, so maybe it'll be a bit better there out the door, and you'll see more of a difference on Windows 10. But anyways, I've probably sounded very strange talking through this, as there's just a bunch of people shouting in my ear in-game. For the most part, that's about it for the end of this guide. So it's all up to you whether you find this useful or not. Do let me know in the comments down below if it helps you with anything. Thank you all for watching. Mine has been Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.